What up, this is Rama Screen covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Netflix's new movie, Hillbilly Elegy. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. And if you would like to help support this channel, please do so at patreon.com/ramascreen. That's patreon.com/ramascreen. Let's rock this. First up, I would like to say thank you to Netflix for granting me the screener to this new film. After you've watched Hillbilly Elegy, if you describe this movie as an endless string of shouting match, let me tell you, you're not the only one who thinks that. But all joking aside, yes, there are lots of loud decibels coming from the characters, and only because this is quite possibly the most contentious, dysfunctional family drama since David O. Russell's The Fighter. Hillbilly Elegy is as heavy as it gets. It's raw, it's heart-wrenching, featuring some of this year's most incredible on-screen performances. I do have a problem with parts of the underlying themes that this story brings up, but as far as filmmaking quality goes, let's just say that Ron Howard has struck gold once again. Based on J.D. Vance's best-selling memoir and directed by Ron Howard, in Hillbilly Elegy, Gabriel Basso plays J.D. Vance, a former Marine from Southern Ohio and current Yale law student, on the verge of landing his dream job when a family crisis forces him to return to the home he's tried to forget. JD must navigate the complex dynamics of his Appalachian family, including his volatile relationship with his mother Beth, played by Amy Adams, who's struggling with addiction. Fueled by the memories of his grandmother Mama, played by Glenn Close, the resilient and whip-smart woman who raised him, JD comes to embrace his family's indelible imprint on his own personal journey. What happens when you put Glenn Close and Amy Adams in the same room together? Fireworks is what happens. Watching these two ladies fight and argue in this film is like witnessing masterclass acting in real time. Glenn and Amy tap into their characters' frustrations and anger like it's nobody's business. And I'm sure caliber director Ron Howard must have felt like his job just got easier because all he had to do is let these wonderful women run with it. Now, I've never read the memoir on which this adaptation is based, but any of us who've ever left home only to be pulled back in again can definitely relate to the story, whether or not you grew up in some backwood Deliverance type region. Ron Howard keeps the film's tension high, barely letting his foot off the gas pedal, if you catch my drift. And the script does not stop giving 1001 moments on how the characters significantly impact one another. A big chunk of it actually takes place in the past, with younger J.D. Vance stressing out about his mother and then stressing out about applying his grandmother's wisdom. This is not a feel-good movie by a long shot. Hillbilly Elegy rattles your comfort cage any chance it gets. And it's designed to take you on a roller coaster ride of emotional distress. Remember when I said earlier about me having a bit of problem with the themes that this story brings up? Well, J.D. Vance's book or memoir supposedly has been highly praised by Ayn Rand conservatives because the story somewhat validates their ideologies of pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and personal responsibility, and this film doesn't deviate away from that. While there is nothing inherently wrong with those ideologies, using this as a criticism of the working white poor might be what we would call painting with a broad brush. I hope you can take away from Hillbilly Elegy the story of a man who rises above his circumstances and doesn't let his past define his future. And I really mean it. Hillbilly Elegy is on my list of top 10 best movies of 2020. But don't take this film as a commentary about blaming poverty on morality, because there is a lot that factors into somebody's economic condition. After all, we live in a world where you can work 2-3 jobs, or you work yourself to death and still won't have a pot to piss in.